I think in 2017, for National Literacy Month, you said, reading opens kids' minds and expands their world. Literacy is the foundation of learning, and it's the starting point on the pathway to the American dream. Can you confirm that you made that statement?
If you said I did, I probably did.
So I think we're in agreement about two things. One is that literacy is the foundation of learning. And second, that we're at a time where only 1/3 of our elementary and middle school kids can read at grade level. And so can you help explain to me why the budget that you proposed eliminates every single dedicated federal literacy program, including the innovative approaches to literacy, which provides books to school kids, and the Learn program, which helps our school districts develop comprehensive literacy programs? Why would you cut those programs at a time like this?
We need to focus more on this, but those solutions are best done at the state and local level. One
of the programs that you cut, the Learn program, helps those states and local districts develop comprehensive literacy programs to actually solve this problem. And so, look, I think what kills me about this isn't just the context of the fact that we're cutting some of the most critical programs to improve literacy. It's the hypocrisy of what I see from this department. If you go on the website of the Department of Education right now, the picture is you reading a book to a kid. And that's phenomenal. And you've gone around the country reading books to kids, talking about the importance of literacy. But then you get back to Washington. You go into the cloak of bureaucracy in a back room somewhere, and you cut every single program. And indeed, you actually eliminate every single program fully developed and fully dedicated towards addressing the problem that you're actually saying needs to be solved. And I think that hypocrisy is disappointing, shocking, and frankly, really heartbreaking at a time when we have some real challenges in our educational system.
That was Democrat Josh Harder at a hearing in the House Committee on Education and Labor, where he called out Betsy DeVos for her glaring hypocrisy as Education Secretary. Because while DeVos claims that the literacy of every American child is her goal, the proposed education budget for 2020 includes cuts of $190 million from literacy instruction and $27 million from grants, the goal of which are to improve literacy. Because nothing will improve literacy in America quite like defunding it. And we've seen this before from DeVos, who claims to support something with vague platitudes in front of Congress, but eliminates funding for it. Just days ago, while touting her undying appreciation for the Special Olympics, the proposed budget had cut $7 billion from educational programs, including all $18 million for the Special Olympics. After a massive public backlash, Trump told reporters that he made the unilateral decision to reinstate the funding.
I heard about it this morning. I have overridden my people. We're funding the Special Olympics.
But not before DeVos was already on record defending the cuts by claiming that private donors should pick up the slack where the government could not.
It's 272,000 kids that are affected.
Is an awesome organization, one that is well supported by the philanthropic sector as well.
Sure. And it's one thing to have a grossly incompetent education department that's unable to properly allocate our tax dollars to those who need it most. And I, along with a lot of Americans, could argue that the fraction of 1% that goes to funding the Special Olympics is an effective way to fund a popular program for those who need it most. But it's another thing to take that money away from the most vulnerable while offsetting those cuts with not only a 15.6% increase in executive salaries, but $60 million more in funding for charter schools. According to a report on charter schools by the Network for Public Education, more than 1,000 grants were issued to charter schools that either never opened or quickly closed because of mismanagement, poor performance, lack of enrollment, or fraud. These schools have no educational oversight, no accountability, and are rife with fraud. In other words, have at it. DeVos, like so many in this administration, will say whatever's necessary to put a glossy sheen on her otherwise demonstrably awful policies. But while she might lie, the numbers don't. And luckily we have Democrats in Congress who are willing to actually call her out on it.